Okay, how's it going out there, everybody? I'm going to do my best today at reviewing. I'm going to really do my very best at reviewing a movie, and today's movie of choice is Jason Goes to Hell. Okay, this was directed by Adam Scott. Right off the bat, I do not like this director. If anybody has seen Crystal Lake Memories, the documentary on Friday the 13th, he comes off as a real douchebag in that. He kind of clowns. He just disrespects the entire fan base, in my opinion. He claims it was not his idea to get rid of the mask. And, yeah, he's just a fucking asshat. So we start off. We have some girl driving down the road in her little sports car, and she's headed to Crystal Lake. She sees a sign that says Crystal Lake. She goes there. She's doing normal things, she's changing light bulbs. She's got her cute little New York Mets hat on. And right off the bat, a lot of people say she's good looking. I don't think so. I think once New Line took over, I think all the hot chicks were over at Paramount. New Line, they just don't do it for me, the chicks at New Line. So anyway, she's over there. She's changing light bulbs. It looks like the beginning of an average Friday the 13th movie. And bam, here's Jason out of nowhere. Okay, and he looks like he walked right out of a damn Halloween store. His look is all off. It looks like the damn director cut up his shirt like 2 minutes before they started shooting. His mask is like melted into his face. He's got little shreds of hair coming out. It's just not my favorite Jason look at all. Not even close. Now, they had Kane Hodder playing the role once again, and I don't know. I think he was out of shape, or they just didn't yell cut enough. I think they rolled the whole intro. They might have shot it 2-3 times, and they were like, we got it. That's a wrap. You did great. I don't think anyone went over the film. They just were like, let's fucking wrap this shit up and get out of here. And I don't think it was because of the budget. I just think that the director did not know what the fuck he was doing at all. And let me tell you, I'm not just bashing this movie because it's grown on me over time. Grown on me like an STD, but it's grown on me. I've grown to like it. Okay. So anyway, she runs off from Jason, and right away, something's up. This chick's she's sliding across cars like she's Starsky and Hutch. She's fucking doing flips and cartwheels, and right away you're like, something ain't right here, Normally, your typical Friday girl would be tripping and falling on her face, which she actually does. She does trip and fall. Then Jason takes a swing at her, and she dodges out of the way like a fucking ninja. Okay, and at this point, we're actually still in good shape. I'm liking the movie so far. It's a great intro. The music, the score sounds amazing. Sounds like your typical Friday movie, really menacing and powerful. Then all of a sudden, bam! On come all the lights, like it's opening night at Wrigley Field. Play ball. Then out of nowhere, fucking the FBI, the ATF, everybody and their mom, everybody with a badge and a gun shows up. Starts just giving it to Jason. Just blowing him up, man. And once again, you're like, little red flag is going off. Like, okay, we're not watching a Friday the 13th movie. Once again, we're watching a Jason movie. This is starting to take a real hard left. And next thing you know, dude's like, incoming! Fucking, there's fireworks going off behind him and shit. It's just, it's a mockery. And then he explodes. Boom! Fucking just explodes. His head's flipping and flying. And then everybody's just, the cops are jumping up and down like it's fucking, like they're a bunch of drunk Raiders fans. They're high-fiving and shit. I swear to God, I saw somebody in the back doing a beer bong. They're fucking celebrating. And wow. Then we get our first glimpse at, in my opinion, the man who steals the show, Creighton Duke. And yeah, he just happened to be sitting there and watching the whole fucking thing unfold.
Who were you expecting, Tommy Jarvis?
Now, like I said, Creighton Duke, he in my opinion steals the show. He's got some classic lines in this movie, and yeah, he's great. So the next thing we have, we see actor Richard Grant wheeling. First of all, I think it says they're in Ohio or something, and I can't remember how that happened or what, but I think they actually explain it somewhere in the movie, but I wasn't really paying attention. So he's wheeling in Jason's remains, and who does he wheel it right past? The security guard, but it's fucking Kane Hodder, and he immediately reminds us why he's a stuntman and not an actor, because that guy, he can't pull off the Shakespearean acting, that's for sure, man. So we get to see his glorious mullet. He rolls right past him, and then he begins his autopsy. Now, I like this actor. He does really good, and it's a good thing because we're going to be seeing more of him. But he's doing his autopsy. You know, he's going over everything with a fine-tooth comb, and he's making some jokes here and there. Next thing you know, out of nowhere, Jason's heart starts to beat, right? And this is where my favorite director, not exactly, Adam Marcus, decides to fucking take a hard left again. And he just starts fucking he picks up the heart and starts eating it. What the fuck?
It was a hearty serving, too. See what I did there?
So the first time I saw this movie, I'm still thinking, okay, there's a chance, you know, but like, how are they gonna? How is this gonna work out? How's Jason gonna, you know, rematerialize? You know, because it always seems to happen some way. And okay, before I go any further, this is the point where I want to tell you, if you want to continue to enjoy this movie at this point, don't look at it as a horror movie. You can't do that. You have to look at this as a comedy.
Good shooting, Mahoney. Now clean up all this shit, huh?
All right, then these things fly out of Jason's corpse and into the coroner's body. And boom, there you have it. That's our Jason. Yeah. And he begins growling like a lion or something crazy. Then we get our first kill. The guy's coworker walks in and he offs him, sticks something in his head. Yeah. That's when you realize Jason's probably not going to be in this movie. Sad but true. Then the coroner, he makes quick work of the two security guards, exits the building, and we're forced to watch a news clip. I call that forced directing. So yeah, our beloved director forces us to watch a news clip to learn about Creighton Duke, and we get this amazing clip.
Jason Voorhees. Well, that makes me think of a little girl in a pink dress sticking a hot dog through a donut.
Then Duke goes on to explain that he has the secret to killing Jason Voorhees once and for all, but he wants $500K to do it. So Creighton Duke's doing his thing. He's bounty hunting, and meanwhile we get a scene where this guy shows up. He's driving down the road. He picks up some hitchhikers who want to party since Jason's dead, and this is just straight up movie filler, but it serves a purpose because we get arguably one of the best kills in the entire Friday the 13th franchise, in my opinion. He drops these guys off, and then this happens.
See what I mean? Hot dog through a donut.
Okay, so now we have Coroner Jason hiding in the bushes, covered in blood. He's watching this police officer and his girlfriend. Looks like they're getting ready to go get it on. And I think he's thinking he needs to upgrade to get a new body, probably because in the movies, civilians trust police officers. So I think that's where he was going with that. Hey guys, remember how Jason hates mustaches? Me neither. But our favorite director, Adam Marcus, seems to think he does not indeed like mustaches. As you can see in this scene where he straps down this police officer with a leather strap, lathers his face up with shaving cream, and shaves his mustache off before he takes over his body. Sticking true to the Friday the 13th format. Yes. Wikipedia. Meanwhile, bounty hunter Creighton Duke discovers only members of Jason's bloodline can truly kill him, and he will return to his normal and near invincible state if he possesses a member of his family. So that's what good old Creighton Duke is up to.
You got a real hard-on for old Duke.
Now Jason's got a brand new body, fresh shaved face police officer style. And he is now stalking his half-sister, his niece, and her daughter. I don't know if I'm the only one who's ever thought this, but this movie's got a real shocker vibe to it. Who does Jason think he is? Horace Pinkler? Actually, we can look back at the director and see where he got some of his ideas. Possibly Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Now, one thing I do like about it is, obviously we don't get to see enough of Jason, but sometimes when he will pass by a mirror, he does cast the reflection of himself, which is cool. I mean, we paid good money to see that fucker in the theater, right? So, believe it or not, this cop Jason is trying to vomit his soul into his half-sister, and he actually stabs her in the back and kills her. Total plot twist. Didn't see that coming. So Cop Jason scurries off, leaving the preppy guy to take the fall for the murder of Diana, Jason's half-sister, which also ends him up in a cell right next to good old Creighton Duke. Now I might have to back up and explain how Creighton Duke ended up in jail. I forgot to do that earlier.
Why don't you blow me, G? Right after your girlfriend there gets through. Randy? Take him out in my car. I'll be out in a minute.
All right, let's go.
So while the two of these guys are in there doing time, Creighton Duke drops a real bombshell.
It was Jason that killed Diana.
He then goes on to explain that he has the secret to killing Jason Voorhees, but it comes with a price.
Are you ready to pay?
Yes.
So after breaking every one of that poor bastard's fingers, Creighton Duke goes on to explain that Jason Voorhees is coming after that baby, and only a member of the family can put a real end to Jason. So now that he's got the information, it's time for a smooth getaway from the stupid-ass correctional officer. Grabs the gun and heads directly to the Voorhees house, where he finds, yes, that's right, the Necronomicon. So he flips through a few pages in the Necronomicon before he's rudely interrupted and has to hide from this douchebag.
I'll bring the police, they'll discover the body on camera, and our ratings will go right through the fucking roof. How's that, Grant? Gee, ah!
Okay, I'm on day 3 of reviewing this movie, so I'm going to skip forward a little. Basically, Jason, he's in that guy with the suit, the suit's body, and he runs around all over town. He's chasing him all around at the diner, at the police station. Finally, we cut to Creighton Duke, and he's explaining to Blondie that she is the key to killing Jason, the moment we've all been waiting for. Fuck! Finally, man. This shit's driving me nuts. Every time I watch this movie, I swear to God, I say, okay, it's got to be over. Is it over yet? Jesus Christ, is it over? I've been watching it for 3 days. Think you've seen it all? Well, you haven't seen nothing yet. This movie even has a magical dagger. Think I'm kidding? No, I'm not. Hit it, boys! So here at the Voorhees house, there's mass confusion, mass hysteria. At this point, not even I know who the hell Jason is. He's jumping from all these different people to different people. And it's pretty obvious that the director was ready to wrap this fucking movie up because he uses a lame excuse, not excuse, but he uses a lame reason for Jason to be reborn. He's reborn into his dead sister, as you can see that he just flies right up her vagina hole, which is a little bizarre. Then we have a really poorly choreographed fight between the preppy guy and Jason. You know, punches are thrown. Next thing you know, the moment we've really been waiting for, the chick grabs the fucking magical dagger, Thundercats, ho! And stabs him in the fucking chest. And demons come out of the ground and take Jason to hell. Fuck yeah! Finally, right? And here it is, the ending. Yes, old Plastic Claus Freddy Krueger pops out of the ground, takes Jason down to hell, and sets up the most anticipated horror movie of all time. Wow. Why do I like this movie? Oh yeah, well it is a comedy. You know what? I think I had fun watching it. Maybe not for 3 days, but hey, it was cool. I mean, shit, it could have been worse, right? I'm not watching this for a long time, that's for sure.
Good shooting, Mahoney. Now clean up all this shit, huh?